A Henderson County woman says she'd rather live with pain than with guilt.
Now, it was 2 years ago. She was determined to protect the passengers in a church van involved in a crash. News 13's John Lee joins us.
John, she's still rehabbing from a turning point in her life.
That's right. Physically, her life is far from normal, but emotionally, she's still inspired by the guiding force she claims helped avoid tragedy. The road to recovery pushes her to the limit.
And sometimes I'll go in and tell her, don't expect much today.
Sometimes laughter's the best medicine.
You ready for your close-ups?
She has a lot of scar tissue underneath.
But sometimes a sense of perspective is just what the doctor ordered.
You've lost part of yourself, and I'm slowly getting back there.
Sharon Lovelace's pain is persistent. You can only imagine how much she must hurt. The constant wincing takes the wind out of her.
I'm just trying to relax it.
Okay. Trying to get the scar to move so it doesn't adhere down to make it harder for her to move her leg.
The pain of progress.
If it weren't for them, I'd still be stuck in a wheelchair.
Moving forward, but always looking back.
You don't ever stop thinking about it because it's changed my life so much.
The physical toll, she believes, had a higher purpose.
No. I'm an instrument of God.
We last interviewed Sharon in the confines of her hospital room in December of 2011. Behind the wheel of a church van, a crash altered the course of her life. Just 4 days before Christmas, she was driving on 64 with 14 passengers, including 6 children on board. An 18-wheeler swerves into her lane, and Sharon makes a split-second decision that many say saved lives by turning away from the vehicle and averting a direct head-on disaster. Miraculously, no one died.
It was a relief. Just a relief to know they were okay. I was waiting for the guys to come and cut me out. You know, I was talking with God, saying, you know, you're the only one that's going to get me through this.
Sharon came out with everything from a broken leg to broken hips and broken toes.
And I didn't break a nail. This arm has been great.
That was then, and this is now, after 8 surgeries.
That was the wrong leg first.
Wrong leg first?
Yeah.
Relearning what was once so second nature. This is not a sprint. The process can be a grueling marathon, and it would be easy to forget just how far she's come.
She worked my legs. But she gave me a new stretch that might help my sciatica.
Just months after the accident, Sharon married Oscar.
We were blessed with a whole bunch of pictures.
Her dad was the wedding photographer.
He passed in November.
After a year-long fight with cancer.
He did our wedding in May and passed in November.
In the past 23 months, she certainly learned so much about how fleeting life can be. She says God used her to protect the passengers on that van.
I would much rather myself be in this position than one of the kids or one of my other friends that had gotten bad hurt.
And taking the brunt of that pain somehow gives her comfort.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
You never believe you see that person walk again.
She says there are signs of divine intervention. One of the van passengers, Marcelo, was hospitalized with a broken arm.
But he didn't know it. He was a diabetic. They found his blood sugar to be 300 that night. He never would have known that.
And Marcelo's wife, Estefania, found new life after near death.
They were told they would never have children. And 6 months after the accident, they were pregnant. And they have a beautiful, healthy baby girl now.
Sharon says all that is no accident. She has no idea where the path takes her now. Every step, every breath, driven by faith in the face of so many obstacles.
It's a detour, and everybody stresses out over detours.
And with every one of those detours, Sharon turns to faith for strength. She takes solace in knowing her story of survival has inspired others.